read that information carefully. And contact information for assessments. If you have a religious event or a religious holiday that you've been scheduled to write an exam on, there is an opportunity for you to request another date, an alternative date. And what you do then is you write to that first email address, religiousstudents@unisa.ac.za. Okay, and then if you do make that request, you need to provide some proof. Okay, you can't just say, oh, I can't write on this day because. So we need to see something to support your request. And what we're requesting is that the religious body, if you do have a relationship with a religious leader, that they write you a letter or something like that. I know in Durban, I don't see many students here, but I think there's a Muslim student here. So sometimes, I don't think it falls during exams, but let's say you can print out something from the web that indicates that Eid has fallen on a certain day. I'm a Hindu student, so what I do sometimes is Hindu dates, and then I will print that and attach it to my request. Okay, so those are the things, but don't just send an email. You need to provide some documentary evidence on you. And then if you do have a disability, write to exam.disability@unisa.ac.za. And then general inquiries, exams@unisa.ac.za. To purchase a copy of your script, it costs 65 Rand. We do not sell MCQ exams. Your MCQ submission, you cannot buy that. Okay. If you have written an exam, we can sell the script to you at 65 Rand. You make a request and such script at unisa.ac.za. And then remark at unisa.ac.za. That is where you want to contest your mark. Okay. And with the remark, it's a bit more expensive. It's just less than 500 Rand at the moment. The reason why we charge that amount is because it's an independent process. We hire a lecturer from another university, generally it's a professor, somebody that's very skilled in that area of discipline, and they mark the script and they send it back. So we have to pay that first. And that's why there's such high costs attached. Okay, and that's all the information I have for you today. Any questions?
Thanks. Police dollars representation on exam processes. So let's take case that can engagement. There's no way that no one can use it. No one.
No.
There is no trend. It's
going to give you very more in-depth information on all the proctoring tools that you will need to use. So maybe if you have a proctoring related inquiry, wait until after that. Anything about the exams online? Can you log into my Unisa?
Sorry. What there's this problem? Okay. What I want to know is, I don't know why the classes have not started again in Unisa. Does anyone to answer that?
Classes.
No, we used to have classes previous tutorial. Yeah. Come back up. We can.
Should have answered the regional director. We'll refer to the regional director. I'm not sure about that. So we specialize in assessments, so everything related to assessments. So tutorial classes, let me speak to the regional director and say the cost of required. Lecturers are being required now from my own knowledge and what I've seen happening in the university. They are being required to start processing or producing videos for students. But yeah, in the meantime, they should maybe pick up the tutorial topic again. But we are in the process of creating tutorial videos for each subject. But it's in the pipeline.
Well, I think that I do the check is not choose to you have specific module, what use take as by introduction, very time.
And the question is, you know, what is examining the your result I would help. Okay. So my theory, they suspect something, but they have not investigated fully to see what is going on. So I want to know the periods from the results we held before they come to a conclusion whether it was really something fundamental or it was nothing, and then they release the results. How long the process takes from the moment the results are withheld to a time when they say you are guilty or you are not, it's like they claim. So how long does the
Okay, I'm gonna just park your question. Tuli is going to answer it after she's done with her presentation. She's from the disciplinary office. Is that okay? Sorry, I think it's yeah.
So in a that I still the exam is and I think the exam is right. Then two, specific with NLP. Okay, we have electives, the first studies and the basic. And they are given 2 hours of online exam with the invigilator doing his own things, stopping and opening for reasons beyond one's understanding. And these papers are written maybe one after another, difference of hours for day. They have only their 2 hours. The rest of the exams, actually, level 4, LLB here. I'm not sure if this is the right platform, and gets or is the LLB.
No, okay, we didn't really,
The fee is a fee protection, because it encourages students not to waste their relating and the children's time. And when you go to the market, then you calculate this one of the reasons why we don't have enough conveyancers and enough people in the, because the problem starts at the exam time.
you're talking about a formal qualification?
Yeah.
And then.
Oh, but specifically from basic and internet sector.
The 2 hours and they are out qualified. If I write today, convincing the right motive that's my right to the subscribe tomorrow or tomorrow. So the whole thing about those 2 papers is very frightening. Yes, it's a skill that the industry needs. Yes, and I feel there's the unfair, unfair discrimination just within the energy because the impact on the economy.
Okay, let me respond to that. Firstly, you mentioned supplementary. Okay, because this is a plagiarism awareness campaign, we focused our presentations on what's related to proctoring and what's related to disciplinary outcomes. So, if in general, as students, and this is in your tutorial lists, if you achieve a mark up to 49%, a final mark, you know that you qualify for a supplementary. That is basic rules. So if you get up to like between 40 and 50, sorry, not up to 40. Sorry, I'm on the spot now because I've been got functioning and plagiarism. Between 40 and 50, you achieve that. In general, you will get into your understanding moving on. So that's why you were supplementary So you wouldn't get any of these codes here. So these codes that we spoke about are related to proctoring non-compliance with government. Okay, you understand what I'm saying? So you can get some where you qualify because you achieved 3%. Then we can see that you put in work, but you didn't make it and we give you another opportunity. That's always been standing rules that you must. So for that, the timetable is
I just want to mention that because honestly, that you are saying that you get supplementary without any receipt. So I just want to check because there isn't should be marks. So I just want to check to see the marks in GK.
Nothing. Don't solve no much.
So what she said that because we don't know who say when you are 42, 40 and 40 something, I'm not sure which from 9 or 7, somewhere there it's up. So she said the question is that she gets supplementary with no any indication of the pass.
okay. So we've changed all of the codes. So in those cases, you shouldn't get that anymore. These codes is what we've used to align the new proctoring tools and your result outcomes because of issue would have with confusion. So I'm assuming you're talking about in the past, right? Because we've now implemented these new codes with descriptions, so you understand exactly what happened with your result. And these ones, if you see now from this previous exam, January exam, we've implemented these codes. So this is what the changes we are making on our side to avoid this confusion.
I think I got the 2 band when you cut.
Well, sorry, something.
Yeah, I know what Mao is referring to, where instead of 40 supplementary, it's 3 dots, right? And then say supplementary. In that, Mao, you can purchase your script, but it's 65 rand. Purchase your script and find out why is this happening.
That also, yeah, I think according to what you said, if there's something that's confusing you, do write an email, the email address is in, and inquire. The other thing you can is inquire via your lecturer. Okay, and find out what is going on, because usually if you inquire via your lecturer, they will contact us and try and clarify the answer, and then we can resolve it. But in general, with these new codes, it should give you an understanding of what the outcome of your results is. And then there is an appeal form if there's any issues relating to that outcome.
So it was second. Why say
Yeah, I got that one on exactly. So with regards to the times, so the timetable, because we moved to online firstly. So I'm one of the people on the timetable. Because we moved to online, we had to move the tool that we use to schedule the timetable. And if you start scheduling a timetable, is a very complex exercise, because we've got so many modules, we've got so many students, especially in LLB, chems, education, we've got huge modules, some modules.
Yes.
Our My Exams platform can only accommodate 5,000 students at a time, and even that's a stretch. So we take all of that into account when we schedule the schedule. However, we have given ourselves a commitment of available with 1,000 students that your timetable will be available 6 weeks before the exam. So your timetables for May, June are now available for you, they were available. And then the other thing I think is we try not to schedule modules same, that students are writing that the same students are writing that same module. We try not to schedule them same day and time. It's difficult not to schedule them the day apart. But in those cases, a lecturer can even say to us, oh, these modules can be pushed them a little bit. So if you see they are scheduled like that, you can tell your lecturer, but hey, can you not push this a little bit? As an individual, you can also choose to defer it right to the exam period if it's not time has that we try and organize and manage our time so that we can have enough time. To see it again where it's too close together. The lectures are supposed to be more, so we can try and accommodate it. Where it's clashing same dates and time. Not an easy task to accommodate all of the press that we need. That's nothing.
For you, in your response, you speak about the issues. So I think also if you can say that no sense of the issue, and question was to see if you then know communicating to know how to another motion. So I'm able to do that.
Yeah, no, I didn't speak about it. I didn't speak about it earlier. I'm just shouting. I see those people there having trouble hearing. So I didn't speak about it earlier. That if you are an undergraduate student, you don't have to necessarily defer because we'll give you an automatic deferment. So if you don't write it, this exam, undergraduate meaning you're doing a bachelor's or you're doing a national diploma. That's an undergraduate level, right? Which means your qualification is an NQF level 6 or 7. Okay, so you're doing a degree or diploma. That's an undergraduate level. We don't write for exam. We automatically give you an assignment in the program. So you don't. All you have to do is don't go and choose which one going to write for this exam, and the other one. That's if you register it this semester. Okay. And then you go and write the second one at the end of the year in October. If it's a year module and it's an undergraduate and it's scheduled in October, November, you will write one much writes. Second one writes in January in the supplementary. For postgraduate students, you have to apply for a department. I spoke about this to you guys earlier. So if you're a postgraduate student, meaning you are registered for a postgraduate diploma or an honors qualification, then you need to apply, and you can apply at exams at unisa.ac.za. There's an online tool on your results page or on your timetable. If you go on to My Unisa and access your timetable, everybody knows how to access your timetable on My Unisa. Anybody doesn't know how to access your timetable on My Unisa? Okay, so you just go on to My Unisa, and there's one of your options on your menu should be timetable, and when it's available, you'll see. So you'll see your scheduling for the module, and you also see an option to if you're a postgraduate student, you see the option to request a deferment or apply for the deferment, and then you apply there. And you need to provide some supporting documentation to apply for your deferment as a postgraduate student. And if it's an issue of your timetable is too close together, you can adjust your timetable and say there's not enough time to prepare for both exams. Okay. We also consider that.
Wanted to ask you a question. This is not the site.
You submitted an assignment that you couldn't be marked. And what did you do?
I'm trying to.
So you didn't get your mark. Did you contact assignments? Did you contact the lecturer? Okay. Do you wanna? Assignment email address. It's assigned at unisa.ac.za. So just like there's exams at unisa.ac.za, there's assigned ASSIGN.
And you can only
Okay, but you must apply if that happens. If you want, you can come and get your finance committee as well. But also contact your lecturer. The lecturer will be supposed to review that. If it's a large demand, the lecturers have tutors that they have assigned to certain students that assist in those assigned environments. So if it does happen, you need to try and find out, what happens.
Any question?
Question of them, I didn't get a chance to write assignments. I didn't get a chance to write. It was BPT assignment 1 and assignment 3. The reason why I didn't get a chance to write them is because in assignment 3 there was an error when I clicked on the link that shows that new questions. There were no questions on the computer right now. When you check, there are no questions available on the slides. There is an error, and it's because it was yesterday. The assignment 3 and assignment 1 was close to long ago. It was an oral type of assignment.
Okay, come and get here. Okay, students, the assignment email box, they respond in usually less than 48 hours.
I did consult you, but she was sorry that he had feel bad later, and the presentation for me has already approached.
Who did you write to?
And we changed.
The lecturer.
If there are issues that you are unable to solve, this is not big, so you must also emphasize the necessary that you are able to. So personally, if you are never to assist you, implement, don't get joy, the response does not feel go to the sense, you assess.
You know what? Because if you want to come up with that, I work very closely with the assignments department. I can assist you with those things. I'll refer you to the people to assist. But if you have these problems, please write that assignment box. Say keep that box clear. So I know that if you write, you'll get a response in 24 to 48 hours. I know sometimes the lecturers take longer to respond, but the assignments team will respond to you in 2 days. So then you'll get a response more immediately. Okay, but I'm here, you